Welcome to the Peak Work Performance Summit, where we talk about scientifically proven ideas that make us smarter, healthier, and more productive. My name is Ron Friedman, and my guest today is psychologist Scott Barry Kaufman. Scott is scientific director at the Positive Psychology Center at the University of Pennsylvania, where he conducts original research on creativity and play. He's also the host of the Psychology Podcast, co-founder of the Creativity Post, and a contributor to Scientific American. Scott has written 2 books, Ungifted, Intelligence Redefined, and Wired to Create, Unraveling the Mysteries of the Creative Mind. That book examines what creative geniuses do differently, and in the interview you're about to watch, we discuss some of those practices and identify concrete ways we can all apply them to the way that we work. You'll hear Scott talk about the value of mind wandering, why some of our best ideas occur when we're in the shower, and why the next time you need to be creative, you should consider listening to foreign music. Here's the interview. Enjoy. Scott Barry Kaufman, you've written a lot about daydreaming and this idea that daydreaming can actually be good for us. And I find it to be a really interesting idea because I can tell you that over the course of the workday, oftentimes what happens is we find ourselves thinking about what we did last night or last night's episode of Orange is the New Black. And we have this view that if we're not paying close attention to the work that we're doing, that it's kind of a failure on our part, failure of concentration or, some kind of limited capacity that we need to deal with. So you argue something completely different when you say that daydreaming can be beneficial. How so?
Yeah, I'm not sure that it's completely different. I think that it's important to distinguish between the kind of work that brings you outside of yourself, where you're paying attention to the outside world, and it's like you're doing it out of duty and you're doing it to maybe for external reasons, versus the kind of work that is really intrinsically motivated. You bring all of your intrinsic energy and inner resources to the task. And when I talk about daydreaming, I'm really talking about getting really in touch with that inner intrinsic energy and that inner monologue, inner fantasies, inner memories of your past, and the reason why why you are the person you are, right? All these things that do come from a particular brain network that neuroscientists have discovered in recent years, which they call the default mode network, but I think that's a very unsexy name. So I've named it the imagination brain network. And really getting in touch with that imagination brain network, you can still be working. It's not. So the thing is, I think that there's kind of this false dichotomy between daydreaming and work. I mean, you could still be working and be daydreaming, right? It just might not be the kind of work that brings you away from yourself. I'm talking about trying to help people get more in touch with the kind of work that gets you more in touch with yourself. If that makes sense.